Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Politics New York, Meet the Candidates 2022. I'm Jane Hanson, and today we're talking with the candidate for the Assembly District 68, Wilfredo López, who prefers to be called Will, a young man who grew up in Puerto Rico and now wants to represent the district that encompasses part of East Harlem, a little bit of Yorkville. And actually, it's a little confusing because you're running for the June primary. There is somebody that's currently in the seat that took over from longtime Assemblyman Robert Rodriguez. He left to become the New York Secretary of State. Before he took that job, he actually endorsed you, Will. So you got some good people behind you. I guess what I'm wondering is, why do you really want to run?
Well, thank you, first of all, for having me here. I'm running to address the problems that have gone long ignored. Affordable housing options, including NYCHA, continued gentrification of East Harlem, and the increase of gun violence that is plaguing our streets. I'm running to help small businesses that are overburdened and fight for healthcare for workers, who kept us safe and healthy during the pandemic. I want people in East Harlem to earn enough to thrive, not just survive. And I want a better future for our kids. I want to rebuild and restore East Harlem to what it was when my father came here in the late 50s, a vibrant community for everyone.
Well, what would you do first if you get elected?
Well, my first priority would be tackling public safety. And I look at public safety in a holistic way. Climate change is public safety. And right now we have a East River Esplanade, which is one superstorm away from falling into the East River. Mm-hmm. And that will cause flooding into East Harlem. Healthcare is a public safety concern. And right now we have one of the worst asthma rates for children in the country. And also mental health care. I'm a big proponent of a law in Albany right now that's proposed called Daniel's Law, which will create a civilianized mental health response unit to deal with mental health crises, giving the police more time to deal with actual gun crime and violent crime, which is actually what they're supposed to be doing.
All right, Will, you've told us what you want to run for and what you're going to do, but what's something secret that we may not know about you that we want to know?
Well, if anyone ever sees me walking down the street and they ask me what song am I thinking about, I'll always have a song in my head. I have like this internal soundtrack always playing, which I think it comes from the fact that growing up, my mother was a huge music fan. So she'd always have records or 8-tracks playing in the background. So I've always had this kind of like beat in my head, working toward, listening to whatever. So it could be an eclectic taste. Sometimes it's hard, classic rock. It could be, a show tune or, a salsa. Literally always have a song in my head. I have one in my head right now, but I'll spare you because I have the worst singing voice known to man.
Just tell me what it is.
Right now, it's actually Alexander Hamilton. So the actual theme song to the soundtrack is what's going through my head because I'm trying to keep the beat going in my, as I'm talking. So if there's a little rhythm to what I'm saying, it's because I have a song in my head.
I love that. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you. Primary election in June. Don't forget to vote. District 68, our candidate Will. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining us.